Yeah, I had a rough weekend. Hello. Welcome to another video, and this is just going to be me ranting about hockey, of all things. I know, out of left field. Um, if you did not know, I am from Canada, the Great White North, the place where we have a legitimate vault that holds maple syrup. And I have been given one of the biggest curses that can happen to a Canadian, and that is to be born and raised to be a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. Yay me! So if you know, then you know they lost another game 7, another one to Boston, just for that matter, but just another one in general, and it's genuinely to the point that it's just sad. Like it's crappy that like as a Maple Leafs fan now, this era of Leafs is so horrible. And it's probably the most like consistent success technically in however long. They haven't won the cup in over 50 something years. Insane. Genuinely crazy. Like think of a hockey team probably have won it since before the Leafs have won it, if they have won. Now, I'm to the point of being like a jaded Leafs fan, which is obviously like a bad thing. I was a Leafs fan when they were horrible, when they had Phil Kessel, the Dion Phaneuf stage, a little bit before that. All those times when they were genuinely horrible, I loved them. They were my terrible Maple Leafs. And when they made the playoffs in 2013, it was genuine hope and excitement and genuine heartbreak because we thought, holy shit, this team is like destiny kind of thing. And that is not the case with these Maple Leafs, like in the slightest now. The Leafs from that time, they knew they were bad. They knew they had to, like, anything they would get, it was a fucking miracle, basically. They didn't act like they were the best players in the world and basically gods, which apparently the Leafs feel basically themselves like they're like that, if we're being honest. These fuckers have literally just been, like, coddled and propped up by the media, by their coaches, by everything. Their coach, Sheldon Keefe, should get fired. Realistically, it'd be crazy if he doesn't. He calls out one of their star players, one of the four that make, basically half their salary cap. There's a salary cap in hockey, if you didn't know. You got to maneuver it. The Maple Leafs have 4 players on a roster, like 21, and it makes up basically half of the salary cap, which is insane. All forwards also. It's not even spread out by position. But anytime the coach in the past has called out his best players to, be the best players, they basically sit there and cry and have a bit of a fit, and then he walks back on it and basically apologizes to the media, which is genuinely insane for the fact of they are professional athletes to begin with. They are some of the best players in the world. They're paid like it. That's what the money's for. Genuinely. I have no idea why this group feels as if like they're this entitled thing that they just deserve to win, that it's just supposed to be handed to them in a way. It's like they just go into the playoffs and are like, oh yeah, it's like the regular, like we should just win because we're just have the better players. And guess what happens? They never win. Even when they win one series, it was the worst thing ever last year when they won the Tampa Bay series. Everyone in Canada, at least that was a Leafs fan, had this thought process of like, you know what? Yeah, these guys have done it. They've climbed the mountain. They've won one fucking round of the playoffs. Good job. And then losing 5 games to a team that they just assumed they were going to destroy. But honestly, the weird thing is, it seems like there's going to be a lot of change with the Maple Leafs this offseason. It's weird because it's like, obviously I want Marner gone. Marner's the worst. I haven't liked Marner in years at this point, and I know that's like, oh sure you did. Like I genuinely, I've been pro Willie since 2013 at this point. Always have been, always will be. I'm so happy he's the best playoff performer of the Leafs. It's so goddamn rewarding. Mitch Marner is literally the opposite. Unreal in the regular season. Picks up as many fucking phantom points as you want. Don't matter. Playoffs comes. Paid like $11 million. One of the highest paid players in the league. Full 7-game series. 3 points. But it's weird because it's to the point where it's like, do they just bring in a coach that's going to be a dick to him and like kind of kick him in their ass kind of thing to get him going and like make him finally understand what it takes? Or are they just going to split it up a bit? You know, there's a lot of questions, a lot of unknowns. And, you know, that means that probably nothing's even going to happen, realistically. It's the Maple Leafs. Sure, there's some different management and like that. There seems like there's going to be some sort of changes in management levels. But it's a Maple Leafs. They make insane money. I thought about this on my drive from watching the terrible loss. Also, they lost in overtime, 2-1. If you didn't know, they were up 1-0 in the third period. It all looked great. Shit happened. They lost. It was horrible. On the drive home, though, I sat there and I was like thinking, comparing this like era of the Leafs to the previous one that I remember with like Kessel and Dion, and they were horrible, but they were fucking fun. Those Leafs were fun. They threw the body. They didn't give a shit what they were doing out there. Yeah, sometimes they'd lose. They'd kick some ass, score some nice goals. It would be what it, you know, is what it is. These Leafs, it's weird because like it's to the point that it's not fun. Because the regular season, realistically, if you're a Leafs fan, it hasn't mattered for like 4 years now at this point. Like, just genuinely. It hasn't mattered. Who fucking cares? You have these players. If you didn't make the playoffs, then wow. It's the playoffs that everyone cares about. It's the playoffs where you need to, you know, step up. And they literally never do. And I literally don't think they ever goddamn will. That's it. I just want to have a quick rant. I apologize if there's no gameplay, no rainbow, no anything. Me just sitting here crying like a Maple Leafs fan. Boo-hoo, cope. I'm not even like upset about anything. They just suck and they're not fun. It's crazy. That's what, like, I have no hope in them. That's where it's at to this point. I'm so jaded. It's almost I just want to be shit for like 3 years. Just be terrible. Just let Willie and Austin Matthews run the fucking show. Hopefully you make playoffs. Get mean, become assholes. It'll be a lot more fun than, you know, oh, look, they're good in the regular season. They put up points. And then they get in the playoffs and they literally cannot score a fucking goal if their life depended on it. But that is going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like. Consider subscribing. Helps the channel a bunch. If you have anything, if you understand hockey at all, if you understand what happened with the Leafs, just comment anything at this point. If you want to laugh at me about the Leafs, honestly, it won't. I'm numb at this point to this. But yeah, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.